All right. We're in there. What type of trading am I doing? Primarily swing trading, but if the opportunity arises and the setup is perfect, I day trade. But um, day trading is something that falls into my lap because I can't not see what's in front of me. And typically, if I wait for those moments, those day trades work out really well, um, especially on IWM, which is one of my favorite ETFs. So all right, so let's go ahead and go over this 24-hour time frame open on the queues, folks. Is again nothing adherent to what I'm doing, but it has tapped officially the previous candle close high. So this is resistance, and yeah, could be a place that some people may speculate or may see a at least pullback, right? Tapping, even if it's momentary, even if it's finding the floor down here at 741. But like I was just saying, this is something that I suspect, even just underneath the 24-hour candle open, which is right there at that same exact level, right? Literally, that would be where I suspect we would see a leg down. So just to keep, again, I'm not planning on trading it, yet. Um, it's not like a super big trade. Again, I am focused, folks. Everybody, especially those of you who are new, I am focused always on those higher time frame trades, extended breaks, 3 or 4 days of move, rippage, whatever, i.e., something like snow that's tight inside of consolidation with, empty space on both sides. These are the things that I'm looking for to trade and hold, right? So when I take a look at QQQ, which doesn't have any of the elements that I'm looking for, what am I left with? Not much. So anyway, SPY is going to be kind of in a similar scenario, but does have empty space directly up above it, hanging on to this very, and I'm on the 2 hour here, or 1 hour, excuse me. But it is going to be, I would be looking at that 755.33, but ultimately there still is that 757.68. So as long as we can hang on to that 753.20, at that point I'd see 751, and I believe a catalyst would be something that would drive us down much further. But that being said, on the 24-hour time frame candle open, we've done nothing really of major importance other than tap yesterday the previous or the most recent green candle to our left at the highs, unable to reclaim it, however, still holding on to that 751. So again, not my setup, not my strategy, but I digress. IWM yesterday, we did end up taking a day trade on this one. Well, at least I did. Nice little downside trade, little 100%er. Although if you did hang on to today or tomorrow's expiration for the gap fill, this is still definitely in the cards. However, we can and more than likely should expect for price to try to pop up. Eh, 296 and 296.50 being some of those major overhead targets. 15-minute time frame does provide a decent area range gap fill at 294.50. If that is broken, gap fill. Okay, so Potter, is the signed deal with Iran going to affect our trades today? I don't think that happens until Friday. But yes, the news that, I mean, I personally think that, we can see these things on the chart. So even looking at the cues, tapping the highs and not holding, I mean, again, this is still needs more interpretation. Um, but yeah, I mean, a pullback could definitely happen if Iran continues to divulge the differences that are still on the table that have yet to be resolved, which they've been doing. So I watched what was it, Scotland and Iran play soccer yesterday or football, whatever. I turned the game off though after the 19th time of them kicking the ball out of bounds. I was like, I can't fucking watch this shit. Um, yeah, it's too much. Good morning, everybody. Thank you guys for tapping the screen. Appreciate you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. All right, so those are our three ETFs. Now I'm back, and of course I have a small watch list that I put together, but nothing's happened, and I'm okay with that. Absolutely okay with that. And I'm gonna just again, a lot of you newer folks, I've been teaching the same lesson for year after year after year, and I can't help but keep thinking about this. And we're going to go ahead and get into the analysis and stuff after this, but and Jorge, I think, you've actually had this conversation, many times. It's like it only takes one. And if, I look at what just happened before I went on break, right? How much we were provided. I mean, the cues ripped and we could hardly catch it, but it gave us the opportunity to catch individual equities. I mean, there was some weeks where it was 5 or 6 stocks at a time. And that was the wave that we were riding. And that was the one that, I'm gonna be honest, you should have ridden, right? You should have hit while the hammer was hot. And now that that's come to a close, it is time to, yeah, pull back that risk a little bit and start building a watch list that is comparable to the same like setups that you had, because that sector rotation price is still going to expand. It's us being able to focus on those, right? Because uh period, end of story, right? One of these trades works and you actually use your, good risk on it. It's these type of trades taken from point A to point B that will give you the cushion to speculate or give you the cushion to wait for the next one. So I encourage all of you to go look back at what happened before we left. April, March, these months, May, were all filled with badass, perfectly set up plays. And now I'm not seeing as much. Doesn't mean that, like, snow's still good, right? And I'm going to talk about some of the other ones first, but that's just purely based off of consolidation alone. But I just want to, again, remind everybody while we're here, we're not like everybody else. We're not fucking salivating and chomping at the bit for every single candle that moves, but the ones that continue to move because they lack resistance. All right. So I'm just going to leave it at that. I just want to, again, I know some of you guys need the reminder, some of you guys may not. That being said, snow is in that 24-hour range. I've got the speculative positions, but still waiting on a potential entry for continuation. We have the expansion or the contraction. We are waiting for the expansion due to the fact that this has provided. And my instincts tell me that there's, a lot of the times before you go lower, you go higher. And that could mean an imbalance target, which I would be happy to trade. But ultimately, with all the empty space above and below, I think the opportunity is there to make money either side. This one has not triggered, and there's no promise that it will. Hood, I'm going to not talk about this one anymore because really the price target's at 102 and at 104. So if you're in, you're in. If you're not, you're not. And it's really too late. So Schwab, still building, still bank stock, still trying to, obviously get up and above that 92.85. So nothing there. And I'm willing to wait and I'm willing to be patient because if this one does get outside of that 92.75 and does give me a $96 run due to the fact that this has very cheap, low risk, high reward, target based contracts, I would be able to make a bag. And so I shall wait without front running or chomping again at the bit. I want to see that this one is ready to go. Thoughts on the defense sector turning post Iran? Lots of artillery to restock. What's my pattern strat? I don't have a pattern strat. I have the Potterbox strategy that I created. But as far as that is concerned, that's outside of my wheelhouse, right? You know what I mean? I'm sure that is a factor. I would be looking at those stocks. And again, I still and will always subscribe to the belief that institutions, big money, set things up to move. So if that's the case, I would see a setup that provides me with something like that. So, all right, now last ones in Tractor Supply is, I don't know about this one, but it's still in the ball game. It's still, on the radar. However, Tractor Supply, it's just not really got that oomph that we're looking for at the moment, but still keeping an eye on it. Make sure you have your alert set. Yeah, Carvana really didn't. This one's nowhere close, but it is contracting. So again, in the next couple of days, or even by next week, we could be expecting a break outside of that. But that one honestly is, whatever. I'm not really super concerned with that one. So anyway, if you guys have anything you would like for me to take a look at, my watch list is pretty empty. I think, one of the mistakes I made yesterday is Sunday. I said that because the queues were gapping up, we should look at individual Meta, NVIDIA, all the other stuff. I ended up missing NVIDIA, or excuse me, missing Meta because of that reason. So again, not my or nobody else's fault but my own, but it is something, looking at what's happening right now, following the cues, following IWM, a lot of things are pulling back. So I'm looking at, the potential to kind of wheel it back a little bit. We'll see if that makes empty space. But all right, make sure to drop that in the channel in the chat bubble. Walmart setup with the possibility of rip into empty space has me thinking the deal won't get signed and the market will pull back. I mean, I have a feeling that the deal is not going to get signed, but that's because there's a certain country out there that just won't fucking let it happen. Okay, Trump just said that he has a news conference on Iran deal, and this is no, I don't see a schedule for that one. 666.
Wait, what?
I just opened my Twitter.
I'm about to say, if I just say 666.
No, fucking God, dude, Twitter is the worst fucking platform in the whole world. I hate that fucking app. So I mean, I can't speculate on anything of that nature, but I can tell you, yes, above 121.67, and the fact that you just continuously kept holding, I think that shows strength. So with that being said, like I said yesterday, 121.50, that's going to be numero uno. All right, this is the second day in a row that this motherfucker has invited me. No, I don't want to go to your live. All right, Walmart. Yeah, but I wasn't as good a few months ago. And dude, Blinka, listen, that's unfortunate because the market, and I'm gonna say this is gonna sound super callous, but the market doesn't care. The market doesn't care if you spent the last 2 years and you finally hit your stride and you're like, I get it now. You could show up and there could be no setups, and then you would start trading and feel like you don't know anything because you're making mistakes or taking trades that don't make any sense. So, um, or perhaps that wave is over. We're going back into a consolidation period. So, all right. USAR, boo. Okay, so you got a big pocket of empty space. That's a little sketchy. That gap up like that and then not being able to break that overhead high. So I mean, that's letting you know right there. That's priority number one. Your gap fill is also simultaneously at the floor at 22.18. So it's kind of hard to see this one. I mean, it could, but I would want to see that. But it is a great pocket of empty space. So yeah, I like that one. Yo, is the stock market open in the US? No. Another hour. A little bit short of an hour. This agreement is about one thing: Iran will never have a nuclear weapon. I know some countries that are trying to have nuclear weapons, like North Korea. They seem to be doing anything about those. All right. Risky move investing into SpaceX. I cannot tell you what to do with your money, but I am not participating in the current lineup. I said that there's likely going to be 3 consecutive days of rippage uh, after that first day. And then at that point, I would expect to see some sort of
You saw
every
what
good. eh, What's up?
you saw what they have written into the release contract, right?
Which part?
For SpaceX, it actually sent legal precedent. It's never been done before. If it finishes 30% above the IPO release for 5 out of the first 10 days, the private investors are allowed to offload another 10%. And
Mm-hmm.
then same thing 5 out of 10 days after that, after that, after that, until 50% of the shares are public.
Yeah. Yep. So that, right, sounds like to me exactly what
Scam?
I was talking about, right? About the pop up, the fuck with people's lives here. This would be the offloading as people are still trying to buy. That would be the selling. And then eventually, right, if this is a good company, I'm trusting this process because I could go look back at any fucking stock that's considered that's in the S&P, that's in fucking anything, you know, that after IPO it went down. Most IPO, a lot of IPOs, you know, I mean, fuck, what was it? Reddit? Reddit was, I mean, and that's not even a great company, but it did the same shit, you know. So I trust that process. You know, if this thing really just fucking rips dick and keeps going, that's not my problem. You know what I mean? Like I'm a $200+ stock. I'm not buying equity of it for a $40 gain. It's just not happening. You know, I'm also not gonna pound it. And it's so stupid that motherfuckers are sitting, you know, streaming this shit to retail as if it fucking matters to them. You know, like buying partial shares of SpaceX. I mean, if you've got money to if you got money, you know, if you can, you know, trade shares like that, then knock yourself out. But for the 99%, you know, I don't know how much those. I had a friend text me about it, and I'm like, you know, I didn't say not to buy it, but I'm like, dude, I don't know what the fuck. Like, I'm personally somebody who I want to find a good price. I'm the same way with the shit that I buy that I am with the fucking stocks that I purchase. Elf, I sat and watched this thing twerk around. How long? I mean, this shit was from here to down here to all back and forth, just waiting for a good price, looking to buy at a good price, and I obviously got that. So I like the way you talking. Reddit does business with SpaceX. I mean, advertising businesses, maybe? I don't know. All right, let's go. Nike. So this one does look like it could continue inside of its area of consolidation. I don't really see anything right now that's just screaming, take me. Um, that being said, lower time frame is going to be key, right? Because this is going to give you the details that you need, like this. So you have this overhead high right here at 46.22, separating you from a small pocket of empty space, which offers little to no resistance, which would allow for price to move rapidly to the upside and more than likely go and hit 47.50. However, obviously that is not a factor at the moment, and you're being held up by the 44.80. So it's literally, and this is one of the most beneficial things that I do for myself is that first, when I look at a chart, what is above and what is below, what's holding you up and what's holding you back, and that right there is will give you oftentimes enough to even just say this is, you know, where I'm going to get into the trade. So um yeah, is this my primary source of income? Trading? Absolutely. Yes. Um, I have side businesses, but they're not, they ain't like that yet. Oh, what's up, TT? I like the way you talking. I'll be talking. All right, let's see here. IBM both down and up, but more down due to the run and empty space below. Is the 4 hour? Let's say I like the amount of rejections off of that 4 hour box. What's IPO? It's initial public offering. It's where the stock, like if you have a company making fucking egg washers, then you would go to the Nasdaq and you would offer up essentially, or you would go to the stock market in layman's terms, and you would offer a piece of your company up for a public offering. It's like a sacrifice. We're like the Mayans, you know, but different. Totally different. All right, so IBM, yeah, you are correct. This is, and I'm, you know, again, yeah, maybe downside. You have and did already touch what's underneath you. So let's look at the 4 hour, because really that's going to be I think the better area to decipher this. Okay, so almost below, right? You're kind of, I mean, it's tough to say because I guess the points of contact would lead you to leave it like that. But that being said, what's underneath you? Let's see, you bounced off of that. 265 psychological number would lead to a 257. And yeah, there is more empty space down there, obviously, and it's the requirement is basically going to be through here. So for a swing, how do you choose strike and expiration day? I watched some of your YouTube, maybe I missed. So I typically, based on the target that I find. So let's say that I wanted to take IBM, it you know, pops down, bounces and hits this, and then punches back. So my strategy is looking for boxes like this to have their 50% marks broken after making a new low. Once that's broken, and I say, well, okay, I see, and I'm always targeting empty space, I say 297 would be my first and foremost target, right? I can also see that there's a 320 target there that if we were able to move through this area of consolidation, right? So outside of 279.50, I have one box, right? One major 2 hour box that needs to be broken. So automatically I'm going to add a week to that expiration. Everything past that so is empty space. So I would consider, and there is an imbalance oftentimes, well, most actually every time, and that would be 290. So you could say 2 weeks out, 297, $300 strikes. Um, Based off of the two resistances in front of you. And then side note, if you decided, well, this thing's got a, it's got a bitchin' channel here, which I don't know if that's true. Could be true. Looks like it might be true. But that being said, I think that this thing can go all the way back up to 320. You would take that same thing and you would say, well, okay, if this is 2 weeks and I have another punch back through here, overhead resistance, and then empty space with its own imbalance, we'd be looking at 4 to 5 weeks, maybe even a little bit longer. Because oftentimes, the further away that trade is, the more that you're going to want to have your contracts outside of the 25 days of expiration, so that theta isn't burning into your contracts. So there you go. Chart looks good though, Blinken. BA to the upside with a close over 231. Over 230, 250. Yeah. But other than that, yeah, that's it. You got empty space to the upside to 240, 244. Obviously, something like this, I don't want to wait for the overhead resistance. I would probably be trying to get into this one a little bit sooner, maybe over that 229 or even over 230. But yeah, over that, you have 230, 250, and that is that 1, 2, 3 and empty space. So have you noticed less volume, open interest on strikes, longer expiration contracts lately? I've been on vacation, so no, I have not noticed that. I don't think I noticed that yesterday, but I mean, that could be true with the market slowing down. I mean, absolutely. So if you go out 30 days or more, no action. I just don't think that can't be true on every single stock. I'm sure a lot of stocks that were super hot that have turned sideways. Yes, I could see that happening for sure. Roblox. See if it's got a Roblox. 24-hour time frame. It does. It does. It does. It does. Okay. So now you have, yeah, again, pretty decent blueprint. You know what you need to hold. You're going to need to hold 45.38. You're going to need to break 46.78. It's a little weird. How long I've been trading for? I think we're getting on 10 years now, somewhere in there. So, yeah, this is actually, I was 24 when I first started looking at charts, and it was Bitcoin though, and some random fucking biopharmaceutical stocks. iBio, actually, it wasn't random, it was this one. Fuck this stock. I mean, honestly, no. Bless this stock in some ways, I guess, but it's the only reason I'm here. I don't know if it was iBio, actually. Was it? Yeah, I think it was. Yeah, it was that new. I think that was it. Might have been Kodak. All right, but anyway, I want to learn more. How did you get into it? How did I get into trading? Same way most people get into trading, dude. They're tired of watching rich people get rich, utilizing the stock market. I got reeled in by somebody's bullshit fucking ad, Aristotle Investments. Uh, I fell for the trap too, and very quickly figured out that I was being sold shit that was being copy and pasted from Google and Investopedia and placed on a Word document with emojis, and I felt like a fucking idiot, and that made me angry. And I used that anger to not listen to any fucking person that had any social media really at all. I just explored. I mean, different indicators. I literally just was looking at the market raw, without outside influence, and that's where I started to pick up on what I built today. So obviously, I've had well, I mean, Plunger was a part of the process. He was really big on wave theory, so I studied wave theory, pulled what I wanted to pull out of that. All I saw was the magic number is 3. That's the number, So, oh yeah, I got scammed. How did I learn the Potterbox way? I made the Potterbox. So it was a series of trial and error, as well as removing all of my indicators and outside influences, because I saw something while looking at things like Neo, stocks that have incredibly low volume. Let's see, yeah, I got time. So I'll show you actually. So just really quickly, when retail, when institutions, when anybody no longer is present, they are not here anymore because there is zero interest. You then have computers that start trading shares back and forth. And when they do that, they create, you guessed it, perfect boxes. And this shit literally makes me want to bite the edge of my fucking monitor. I don't know why, but like it trips me to this day, trips me the fuck out because I could go anywhere in this range. And the reason I'm pointing this out is because I believe that it is algorithmic trading goal not to stop you out, not to stop hunt you, but to fill orders and to control price. And when you take away the meat, right? And you're left with the bones are my strategy. Everything that I have created is true, punchbacks and all. This is a punchback. This is retesting cost basis. This is a new high. So I have, from the beginning, this is the reason my wife thought I was losing my fucking mind because I, ran out into the living room and I'm like, I don't know what I see, but I see something and I think I figured it out. My hair's crazy, Anyway, that being said, I built a lot of it was that and the addition of the 24-hour time frame. And even when I found this, I didn't have the confidence to say, well, I've created a new strategy because again, this market has existed without me for hundreds of years. And even if you look at ancient Japanese times, the market there's always been a stock market somewhere, So to see this and then have to try to figure out how to incorporate it. I mean, I lost a lot of money, guys. I lost $80,000. I mean, I found something that worked. I realized that I could flip a very small amount of money into a very large amount of money if I just focus on swing trading. But it was a very long series of trial and error, $80,000 lost of unrealized gains. I mean, I'm probably sure there was more once I started to hit my stride, but yeah, I mean, it was I'm glad that I have a defiance disorder and that I decided not to seek any more guidance, but to try to figure out because when people build indicators, when people look at the market, like at one point, right, people don't look to anybody. There was that at once upon a time, there was somebody or there are people who are looking at the stock market and just trying to find patterns, use their pattern recognition skills to figure out how to find an edge within the market. But anyway, I'm going to leave it at that. So, but I would, encourage you guys to go explore this, because this is the 2 minute on Neo. And again, when the volume is gone, when institutions are gone, when nobody's trading this shit, that's when the computers reveal their programming, right? And that is to create boxes. And again, everything that I teach you, I'm going to leave this alone. resistance, cost basis, and the 50% or the floor. That's all I fucking care about. But the stop point is 50%, the top and the bottom. And that is literally my strategy. Is looking for, obviously price to fall, which it did here, and then to punch back through that 50% mark and make a new high. So patterns isn't enough though, bro. It's unpredictable. Yeah, but no, patterns, that's what I'm saying is like patterns. I don't subscribe to patterns because again, I'm somebody who's evidence based and also statistics and are important to me. And there are people who have done the work. The only reason that patterns still exist is because they're easy to sell to people who don't know what the fuck they're doing. That's it. That's why I hate when people drop testimonials while they're learning shit because I'm like, everybody, dude, I could make some shit up about lizards. Like just take you to a lizard fucking sanctuary and be like, yeah, dude, these lizards shoot fucking acid out of their eyes. And if you didn't know anything about lizards, you'd be like, "Whoa, really?" I'm lying. Lizard doesn't do shit. But that being said, so anyway. All right. Let's see, what else do we got? Yeah, drop it real quick. I would be watching Walmart today. Yeah, I would be watching Walmart today. Sure to tap your screen. Walmart. Yeah. I mean, you'd be watching it today. It's still banging up against that same overhead high, 122.55. No, goody. Alpha decay is not something that's going to affect a swing trader, a equity buyer. That sort of honestly, Thomas, that kid, which again, good work on his part, but that concept doesn't apply to me. I could teach. This is me trading via the observations of how the market moves and market mechanics. Unless I can go back to newspapers that were drawn in 1925 and still see Potter boxes, punchbacks, all that other shit, empty space being filled quickly. Because dude, this is human nature that we're talking about, which has then been modified and algorithmically coded into a program that is machine-like in order to capture, the human emotion, if you will. But yeah. But no, the alpha decay thing is not something that I have ever and probably will ever be concerned about because it's not something. I'm not moving massive amounts of money. I'm not an institution. I'm actually relatively not well known. Most people don't like me, actually, is the common uh, consensus on the internet. And even if you type my name in TikTok, it'll say an abrasive creator. So yeah, I don't see alpha decay or any sort of, oh well, now too many people are. It's also not futures. I'm also not trading on individual ETFs on a regular basis. I'm trading all of this. So you would have to apply that alpha decay to thousands of different stocks, which again, my Discord and us are not all trading the same thing. So we're not being targeted or anything of that nature. So, all right. Did I go over McDonald's? No, I did not. It looks good this morning, kind of like Walmart. It has that Walmart appeal. It needs that 288.24 with a cost basis 290.25. Again, we're ignoring the earnings candle. And then obviously, again, I am always targeting those of you guys who are new or just watching me. This is what I look for, and I look for nothing fucking else. And if you go back and you back test this, you look at how price moves through areas with little to no resistance. No, I don't use fucking fair value gaps. That shit's stupid. But I do look for and target the first green candle to my left. So that first green candle right here on McDonald's would be 297.50. And if we can successfully punch through the 290.50 area, that would be the target to the upside. So I do like McDonald's. I do have it. You said McDonald's or SpaceX has dropped so much already? Nah, that's not that bad. How did it fall? Did it fall fast? Oh, you're gonna go right back up and at least retest, I think, the floor. You could even retest 210. Not my problem though. Not my chair, not my problem. That's what I always say. Potter, please don't sue me. Too late, brother. Tony, I feel like you got a hair up your ass right now. Trying to beef, dude? I'll dehydrate your beef, dude. Whoa, hold on. I take that back, actually. I didn't mean that. Do you rather sing trading or day trading? I love singing, so no, I'm just kidding. Um, I prefer swing trading. Every motherfucking yes, 80 to 90% of market movement is outside of trading hours. I'm statistic based. Yes, absolutely. If McDonald's is too expensive, I mean, don't compromise, but 350? No, brother. That's you said for when? Hold on. A month out? You're expecting, I mean, maybe that, I mean, maybe you get up into the 320s, brother, but a month out with all of this, one, two, three, and then again, if you were looking for your contract to get anywhere close to being in the money, I mean, the contract's time will allow you to continue to accumulate, value as long as it's moving in the right direction. But I think 350 might be a tad far out. I mean, seriously though, if and I want you guys to, if sometimes if these setups don't fit, that is an essential part of the trade, and you might be able to find some place to fit yourself, but compromising on contracts is a no, 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 no. If especially for those of you who are new, you're gonna hear me say, "Oh, I'm taking NVIDIA and I'm taking the 210s," and I watched this happen now year after year, year after year. I'll get the 210s, someone else will get the 260s. And maybe sometimes it works, right? Because those far out of the money contracts on something that rips really hard will see some sort of value. But those are really, really tough to hold because they're all intrinsic. And when you, extrinsic, excuse me, so that you're any pullback, any red candle immediately shifts the value, a lot. So it's important to know that that is an essential part of picking a stock is that the contracts are able to be traded or fit your risk reward. So it hurts, but promise when shit goes. It hurts when shit goes bad if you compromise. It does. So like that's one thing that when you make bad behavior decisions, there are some forgivable market conditions that will save your ass. But then when those market conditions cease to exist or they cease and change, all of a sudden your compromising becomes a bad habit. I'm only telling you this because it was a bad habit of mine. Again, you see how my system works. You see how many stocks that and I used to be extremely proactive when it came to. I mean, I didn't have the beehive, so it was like I was looking all over the place. But yeah, don't do that. All right, AVGO. I haven't really added much to my watch list right now. I mean, maybe I'm missing a. I was looking at tech, and I just didn't see anything. I mean, that looks like it's got empty space up the up to the upside, but that's not clean. Yeah, no shit. Clack. Damn, we were talking about that shit down in the 80s. A lot of tech stocks, guys, look like shit. Which is okay because being able to say shit like that allows for you to be living in reality.
You look at Palantir at all?
I have not, no. Keep an eye on that NVIDIA 215 though today. That is so wait for a punchback from under box and wait for close above box. I like the 50% 34 brand, but I want you, yeah, obviously, to, if you haven't gone through my YouTube channel, go to my YouTube channel and get a little bit more insight there. So.
Can I give you a little breakdown of what I see? Because it's not that clean, so I'd like to.
Sure. You're
Got
talking
a
about
30-minute
PLTR,
box.
right?
Yeah, I got a 30-minute box with a floor of 135.45 and a top of 137. And I see we like just poked up into that box yesterday, but if we can close on that floor of 135, our next resistance obviously is the ceiling at 137, but if we beat that, I see a move into 140 up into that empty space.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I see.
And pretty much, candle close on that floor. If it moves fast and I can't get into a cost basis, I'll have cost basis as a stop loss. If not, you can have floor as a stop loss.
Yeah, that would work.
Does that make any sense?
Yeah, no, that makes sense. I mean, my thing right now is it did pop gap up and then sink down, so it might be a pullback retest before continuation occurs. So
Yeah, I have a 132.42 is that level. I'm prepared for that one.
okay. Yeah, everything sounds that's the same plan that I have. So we need to
You
do
wouldn't
some
take puts, right? If we lose
puts.
that, yeah, if we lose that floor at 133, you wouldn't play it to
The only reason I'd
the
take puts on PLTR is because of the fact that inside of this box it's hit the top 4 times and it's hit the bottom. I mean, so this is about where I would be looking for PLTR to break down. If it went in gap filled, that gap fill is the floor. So yeah, you could look at a potential continuation to the downside trade into the 120s or 124 area. So hey, I'm in the Discord learning. Are you in the, oh, did you just join or something? You say you trade at the end of the day, so you avoid morning hours altogether. No. Um, if I'll take a trade at the end of the day, and then the following day, oftentimes, again, 80 to 90% of market movement is outside of trading hours. So I will typically around 10:30, 11 o'clock, I'm taking profit. So I'm still present. And there are times where in pre-market, and I would say this is not one of those times. Here's the difference between me saying something like absolutely clear, right? And then this morning, mostly what you've heard me say is if this, then that. Well, if this happens, then this could happen. This means that that hasn't happened, which means that those signals haven't fired. This is a morning, right? Where oh God, if I could just hammer this down. These are the mornings where my alerts are set. If we do what we need to do, good, right? I'm ready. But if we don't, I already have it in my mind that I'm okay with not trading. Preservation of motherfucking capital with this system. I'm not talking about anybody else. You may have to trade every day when you're getting 25% per trade on a $600 contract. Get the fuck out of here. But with this system, it is worth it to wait. I'm going to keep repeating that. Again, every time I've come back from a break or, even this year where we kicked it up a motherfucking notch. We've had more study groups, more study room events this year, just having you guys in there working. But knowing when and where is so important. And we've had those when and wheres. I'm actually speculating on moving away from motherfucking electronic technology or tech and looking elsewhere. Because right now, tech looks like shit. If anything, tech kind of looks like there's a pullback in our motherfucking future. But I'm gonna leave it at that. So I think I got kicked out of your Discord. The free Discord got purged. So yeah, consumer staples. That'll probably be what I'll be doing today. So I mean, right now, right? Again, I have to remind myself. When I remind you, I'm reminding me. Is it possible for the Qs to see a rejection at the highs? Double top style. Sure. But do I have something that I can find on a lower time frame to give me the confidence that that is where or when I should go short? Sure. Right? 741.50, drop down 737.78. That would be the first trade that pops out to me. Right? So, but has that happened? No, it hasn't. So either you prepare for that to happen, you set up and find the contracts. A lot of people wait. Like they literally wait until they're taking the trade. Like being prepared is so important. But have those contracts and strike prices. I know I'm taking the 237.50s or I'm taking the 234s, whatever. But anyway, I'm gonna leave it at that. Just please make sure that you have a good setup or your setup is clear to you before you start firing money that you've made or care about. Because again, it's worth the wait. We will make more. Again, we had last week, all I was gone. We had people take $6 contracts to $600 a piece, and that came from an expansionary move to the downside. After what? Consolidation. So we shall wait for the same thing. Morning, Joker. $6 to $3.99. Yeah, I mean, by the way, if you guys are on TikTok, if you guys don't mind tapping your screen, I appreciate that greatly. I recall correctly. Let's see here. Have I looked at Meta? I have. I don't. I mean, the empty space to the upside to 608 is great. If we can see continuation on the cues, tech movement up, that could be great. But you did pop up. You did make a new high. So I will warn, because we did look at this one, that underneath that with this empty space, it is absolute. This is one of those trades that I'd be looking at both sides. Both sides. Right now, your overhead 595.93 is your previous overhead resistance. So breaking that would set you up to rip through 600 and then look at that 608 target. So no, we need to have another one of those charting classes where we go back and look at all of the different setups that we've taken over the last since January, and go and look at the ones that worked. And then, I mean, if you go and look at all of the trades that I take, they virtually all look the same. I mean, if they have the same elements, every single one of them. Very rarely am I stepping outside of what I do, so. SoFi has, I mean, great build, like really good build. And I mean, betting on US, consumers' debt isn't isn't a bad idea, I guess. But that being said, I don't really see anything about what's happening on the chart at the moment. At the moment, right? Like you are very much wedged or dead. You're at the 50% mark of this entirety. So I would say right now I just need a little bit more above your pre-market highs at 1750. That'd be great. That would be great, because that could start moving you up into the 1850s, and then yeah, you could start looking at the actual move outside of your 24-hour box. So SoFi is kind of in a blender mode. I mean, it has. Listen, I will say this, right? You do have two good, good structure underneath here, and then that right there. While you may need a gap fill, which is only down to 1665, if you could gap fill quickly, you could pop right the fuck back up. So the tension's pretty good. The very first option. That's right. Yeah, the first recorded use of an option was attributed to Thales of Miletus, an ancient Greek philosopher predicting a bumper harvest of olives. Thales paid a small deposit to the owner of a local olive press to secure exclusive rights, but not the obligation to use their equipment during the upcoming harvest. When the harvest boomed, demand for the presses skyrocketed. Thales rented them out at a massive premium, making a fortune off what was essentially called the first call option. That's pretty badass. If I do say so myself.
I bet they boxed those olives up.
I'm gonna if time machines ever become real, dude, I'm gonna go back and be like, you're doing it all wrong. This guy's a scammer. No, I'm just kidding. You know, I'm just fucking. It is. It is. It's cool. Take a. Yeah, exactly. All right. MU earnings. Yeah, those contracts. You can count me out of that one. Netflix. Now that one is in a league of its. Oh shit. Why the fuck am I gonna do this shit to myself again? Fuck.
I thought you were sticking to your strategy.
I'm only a man. I am yet but a man.
You're a glutton for punishment.
I mean, it is my strategy. I don't know what you're talking about. It's a punchback. It's just Netflix. You saw
what the Morgan got to do.
Yeah, Netflix. But that's the thing. If the market doesn't, nothing else looks good. But somehow Netflix looks fucking. So what are the contract? I'll put about $600 into something like this. Keep it. I'll lower the risk on this. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm gonna lower the risk on it.
I get scared with that one. I got smoked when it came down here last time.
Don't fucking blame me, brother. I got clapped on Netflix too. I remember I tried to short it. Oh yeah, it's shorted. It's shorted for sure.
3 times already.
Back on the 24th, February 24th, I got fucking smoked. That shit looked like it was going to fill that gap down around 74.
Listen,
74.
I can get these fuckers for cheap though. I can keep this so fucking low risk that I don't even give a shit about the contracts. If they can open up with some sort of, and I hate it because it looks like it might rip ass. Let's go look at the 1 hour. No, listen, I know some of you guys are telling me don't. I know, but listen, as much as this is funny, this is still my setup. It's still my setup. So I'm gonna fucking try.
We're all gonna take it.
So yeah, please God, don't. I mean, 83.27 is the first target. 83.65 is the second. I cannot and will not guarantee anything other. Actually, I can't guarantee shit, but I can say for me, 83.25, 83.60. And if Netflix does Netflix shit, which Netflix does not like to leave empty space behind. Look, same shit, different day. I'll see what it do. I'll see what it do. And again, okay, my target is 83. I could play, and again, these are going to change, but $30 for 84s. And if it rips hard, which that's what I'm banking on, $16 to $15 contracts on the $85 strike. If I'm feeling real froggy, dude, I could fucking say 86 if I'm aiming for the highs. Obviously, I don't want 2 days of expiration. So anyway, I'll see what it do. Okay, I'll see what happens. So I'm gonna look at him.
Oh, good. I'll be following your ass.
Oh, fuck off. That's okay. I'm not here to not risk something. And again, this Netflix has not really done anything. While AMD, a lot of other tech stock did.
I have a question for you.
So this one could go well. What's up, bro?
on that Netflix right there. So I struggle with this a lot sometimes. So you see how you have your empty space to the left, and you have 8361 marked out, which is that little range you could almost box up to your left right there.
Yeah.
So yes, so you would give that, let's call it a floor. I know it's a range, but you would give that floor the level over the wick to the right. And I know the wick is in correspondence because it was responding to that, but
Hmm.
so you would go 8361 instead of giving it the 8372 of the wick.
That
Do you-
I'm gonna go with the candle closes. The candle, I got 1, 2, 3, right, and then if anything, just those are the discrepancies that I don't get hung up on, right? Because I'm going to be taking profit as it nears that wick. And I'm going to be holding runners looking for it to clear. So, I mean, if anything, I mean, it's, yeah, I'm not even, I don't waste any brain power on that. If they're close, right? This is enough for me to just know that when you you dumped really fast. So price didn't really have much to stop it when it did go for that retest. So it went a little bit over. That doesn't really bother me or change the fact that I'm going to mark out that 24-hour floor. So I would actually be pointing down. I was talking about that this morning, which that would make Netflix probably, but again, Netflix will literally go up while fucking the market goes down. So, but we'll see. It is Netflix. I mean, we'll see. June 18th looking sketchy. I'm gonna try to keep it as low risk as I can. It is 9:17, and then the next 15 minutes or 14 minutes, there's going to be about another 65 to 100 people that are going to join. And they're going to say, what do you think about this? I'm going to say, I think I already went over that. Go to YouTube. I like Apple, but Apple is consolidating, at least right now. So you're gonna have to, if you really find interest in this one, you're gonna have to be on the lower time frame here this afternoon, this morning. You're gonna be needing to look for levels like this previous overhead high at 297 to break, and you do have empty space in between you and 298.77. So. So let me ask you guys a question. For those of you guys who have been in here, comparatively to when you first started showing up every day, do you feel like you have less of whatever frantic or impulsive nature? Do you feel that subsiding? Those of you guys in the Discord, or maybe even on TikTok or YouTube, do you feel like reflecting on where you were
Definitely.
when you started? Do you feel like you are able to look at the market and say, nah, and not be tempted to, mine's finally starting to go away? Let's go. It took a lot of ass whoopings, but yes. Good,
I'm
better.
not 100%, but I'll tell you right now, I'm probably about 70%
It's good.
comfortable.
To be
That's good.
honest, I would say it's the biggest change in the last couple months is that, like, trying to, I really, the one thing you've said a couple times that really stuck with me is approach it with the nonchalant mindset. It's not
Yeah.
like you don't want to be successful, obviously you do, but
You
you
got to act
put
like
so
you've
much
been there
pressure on
before.
yourself to find something every
Yeah.
single day. It's just not going to be there. Like right now.
It's, I mean, it is. It's, the difference between, because like the market, punishes the greedy pigs. Greedy pigs get slaughtered, and so if you show up every single day, and the craziest part is, people who are, and those of you guys who are new, I'm talking to you, but it's like, you show up every single day, especially after a good day, after a good run, and you don't expect or think that that market that was consolidating, now breaking, giving you money, is not going to do that same exact thing. And if you literally, I mean, you go through watching any stock that has any sort of value, and the market just runs like this, right? It boxes, it expands, it boxes, it retests oftentimes, it'll box, and it does this. So literally, and we've gone through this 100 times, right? Consolidation, drop. And we have a system that allows us to measure the box, the time, and say we're getting close or we are about to break. And therefore hit when the shit breaks. right? And when we know that that target underneath us, that empty space has been filled, or our standard average 2 to 3 days of expansion is done, we know back off. And that is only learned again from getting my fucking ass whooped. Bad. Because there were some times where I made good money. I made more money than I had ever made in my life in one time. Like just one period. I just, months worth of work in one day or 2 days. And then I'm showing up the next day because I got capital now. You are rushing the process. Act like you've been here before. Like you know what success feels like. Instead of when you taste it, you're like, you're trying to you're a thirsty little fucker. So I'm not done getting spanked, but it's a learning experience.
Can you make that noise?
If you have a leather outfit on and you're saying that, inappropriate. But otherwise, good job. All right. I will be right back. It is 9:22. I'm gonna go get a little snacky poo. And again, I don't really have anything. And that's okay, right? That's okay, guys. I do well, Netflix is probably gonna give me a little swat. We're gonna see how this one plays out. Looking at the 24-hour, looking a little like shit. But anyway, you have one of those outfits. Let's get this guy out of here. Yeah, I'll hang out till about 10:30 for you guys on TikTok and Discord. So while I'm gone, if you guys don't mind, if you guys can tap your screen, boo, chill out. All right, I'll be right back.
Anybody see that video I sent into live trading?
No, sir.
Bro, it's just it's like a random, it's like a holdings company stock. It's like it IPO'd at like $1,000, and now it's trading at like $8. And I was just looking through random tickers with big price jumps, and in like one day it went from $10 to $700, and then right back down. It's just funny how they can, with the small stocks, like Potter says, you IPO in the background, and you can get rich, dog.
Gotta be in it to win it, right?
The music though.
And what would you be playing, Blue?
No, I fuck with it. Like he's going to war with the stock market in a second. We about to get smoked on Netflix. About to go to fucking take this shit to Hollywood.
Neil, you here? No.
You say me, Blue?
No, I was looking for Neil. Just because he put it in the chat, and I was wondering, I was looking at CoreWeave as well. I just didn't know whether I liked it on the reclamation of the floor at 110, or if I would wait till it passes those candle closes at 111.47. But I mean, CoreWeave pays fucking real nice.
He's in live trading. I don't know if he's talking though. CoreWeave definitely pays though, that's for sure. Yeah, I'm here. What's up?
I was just looking at CoreWeave. I was looking at that this morning. That was my top play. I was wondering, do you see an entry on the floor reclamation of 110.04, or would you wait till you pass those candle closes? If you go down to the 1 hour, you see the candle closes on an old cost basis at 111.50. Because I like that as a stop loss, and it's a good bounce point. If it rips past, bounces off that, continues going. But like if we get in on the floor, if it pulls back to like 109, 108.50.
Problem. Morning.
sounds fantastic.
Yeah, I would. I'm already in. I got in last week. But as of right now, I mean, I would wait for that candle close on the 4 hour above. Hold on, let me go back to my chart. I'm on my phone right now.
$110.50 on the 4 hour looks like.
Yeah, above that green wick, basically. And then on the hourly, you have like a small box above you, so you could even wait for punchback on that. So like above cost basis.
So short on Netflix? Yeah, maybe. How about this? Somebody out there just take the opposite position. I'm just kidding. No, this is. I'm gonna. I think the good thing about it is, while it is not a bad setup, it's not a bad setup, right? At least looking at the $85 mark. But with the rest of tech and everything looking a little heavier, you know. By the way, if you guys are on TikTok, you guys can go to YouTube. Well, actually, I don't know if I would. Actually, if I was on YouTube, I'd probably go to TikTok because I do not have it. Do I have it on? I do have low latency on there. Alex, if you want to write this down, because I know yesterday I was telling you to uh kind of switch up the titles of the YouTube lives that I'm doing. Just kind of switch them up. But for in the morning on Monday through Friday, just turn the monetization off for those, because that way, and then make sure it's ultra low latency, because if I do end up trading, I don't want people to obviously get stuck or delayed. You said Netflix is going to go to 83. You promise? It's going to Bonner up? Bonner? You said DKNG. I got to go to that record store today. Fuck.
Netflix gonna be a goy blender again.
Hey, man. Maybe BB will let us have one, dude. Just one.
Everything looks good on it. It's Netflix.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well, that's the thing. It's the same thing as Meta. Meta's a little bit better, but Netflix is a fucking demon. This one over 30, I mean, that is the floor that needs to be reclaimed. So build whatever you need to do, but this is going to need a candle close above that $30 mark. And then, yeah, look at that 34. So those look bad. You said look at my channel settings. Screen record, by the way, guys. All right, everybody should be ready to go. You should know what you're getting into, what contracts you have up. If you don't have something set up, it's okay. Remember, we make lots of money on great setups. If there is not one, you're putting yourself at jeopardy. Is that still a game? Immediately, Q's taking a spill here. There it is. Watch that cost basis on the 5 minute here. It's going to be around 740. I like snow. I do like snow. I'm watching it. I have it on my top screen over here. I don't have as many screens as Rusty.
Hey Potter,
Hey.
I had a question for McDonald's.
Uh-huh.
So we're above our objective,
Mm-hmm.
and oh my gosh, what was I gonna say?
Take a deep breath. What were you gonna say?
Okay, so as you see that we're closing, we're like above our portion here.
On
Up
what
to
stock again?
a
Sorry.
McDonald's.
McDonald's, got it. Oh yeah, you are correct. Okay, yeah, I'm watching that right now. Yeah. Okay, so go ahead.
So it'll be cool for me to take right now, right?
Yeah, with a good stop loss and a good expiration. Yes. You would be
Okay.
looking, and then let me head down here with you. McDonald's is one of those, yeah, it'll give you a good retest, but yeah, you want to have a good stop loss. If you have a good expiration, you could set a stop loss at 287.10. But yeah, I don't know. CoreWeave is sending it right now. That one does have empty space up there. We talked about that one before. Netflix is falling fast, but CoreWeave has a target of 118.50. If it can, and I know that their CEO was on the news. I don't know if that's necessarily the winning factor. Nothing on Netflix yet, but how's it falling? Right, folks? That's actually what we want. If we want to see a strong reversal, we want to see price fly down. So yeah, I see that CRWB. I'm watching. I see Walmart as well. Schwab picked itself right back up, left the gap down there, but that's looking pretty good. Tractor Supply's coming down. Elf is fucking ripping, guys. I am making hand over motherfucking fist on that one. That is my largest equity purchase of all time. Oh my god, that bounce on Netflix was delicious.
Sorry, just look at the options chain for SpaceX. It's ridiculous.
I had a feeling it was going to be. Let me I should screen record that real quick. Screen record, if anybody has those, screen record the options chain on that. So if you didn't get in that McDonald's, now you can kind of wait if you didn't get in.
Mm-hmm.
2 minutes. You know, CRWV isn't that expensive. All right. While I watch these,
It'd be cheaper to trade SPX at this point.
really, let me see.
At the money.
Oh my god, dude! I could just let Elf rip, guys. I just not trade today. Lord have mercy.
Potter, when you're talking about CoreWeave's contracts are super cheap, I'm
Or
looking at them
they're
now.
cheap comparatively to what it can be or has been. So sorry, that was a
Oh,
perspective thing. Yeah, Karina, I'm looking at these calls. Holy fuck! I did actually grab. I just grabbed 4 contracts of CRWB, and I'm not going to enter a full size position on something I didn't. I had charted this one this weekend, but was waiting for that pop over 110 and the floor of 111, and now you've got nothing but 118. I grabbed 119s, which again cheap comparatively. How many of you guys have Elf? Who's in equity on Elf?
For CoreWeave, I grabbed the 135s last week for June 26th.
Oh my god, what a great expiration. If you've never heard Mogwai, excuse me. Oh my God, they're such a good band. Yeah, Schwab is heading up to that overhead resistance right now. Still watching that one right there. CoreWeave is that was kind of off the hip. Netflix is not doing it. Damn, CoreWeave. Nike. And Nike's moving. Yeah, over the wick, Joker. You got the $47 target up there. Netflix not doing shit, so just chilling. Walmart did pop, but it can't hold. Snow is not doing anything, but it is sinking right now. I'm a little concerned for its Jesus Christ, CoreWeave. Damn, 40% already. SoFi pop. I'm just looking right now. Yeah, nice pop to the highs. No hold, but if you can pull yourself back up there, you still got 1750 to go and clear. Apple, trash. CoreWeave is absolutely screaming right now.
I need to get above this 114.50 area.
You're gone, dude. Oh, you 114.75? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be nice. I think you got it. I took this week's expiration on CoreWeave. I'm keeping it low risk because I did not have a whole plan developed on this one. I wasn't here last week. I didn't take it. So to keep it low risk, I took an out of the money 119. I got these at 158. They're already at 230 right now. So the coolest thing, what I was wanting on this one, I remember talking about it, I believe on Sunday, was 111 was the actual open price. And then the overhead high of this box was where, I mean, in that space, you could be looking for it to rip. And CoreWeave just had their CEO, I believe, was just on TV, which that's not usually a fucking deciding factor for me. And most of the time, I couldn't give a shit less. But when a setup and a stupid catalyst align, magic can be made.
Also, I was trading CoreWeave, but I'm in Elf with you pretty heavy. And I bought like 3 weeks ago and I'm up 30 something percent. It's insane. I also bought CoreWeave 2 weeks ago.
Nice job, man. Very good.
This about CoreWeave's going to the Nasdaq. Is joining the Nasdaq.
That's right. You are correct. Thanks, man. Yeah, appreciate you reminding me about that. Yeah, buenos dias, Papa.
CoreWeave, NBIS, TER, and Rocket Lab are the 4 new additions to the Nasdaq 100 and the QQQ.
Dude. Yeah, Elf is I have plans. I'd like to take this one to 122. That's the plan. But yeah, that's the fucking plan. That's the plan. Like guitar. I'm actually up on my target. My equity has done really well this year. Last year was, oh my god, last year was delicious, but this year is already shaping up to be pretty solid. Yeah, SoFi's going above the wick.
What dividends do you hold?
I'd have to go to my TOS, but my QYLD is one of my primary dividend stocks, and then I believe, well, I don't have INTC anymore.
Right?
Yeah, yeah, it does. Good morning.
1% or 10%?
It changes. It fluctuates. I think it was like at 18% or something like that. You said snow bounce? Yeah, it fluctuates, but you can actually go look at the quarterly dividends on the chart, and it'll tell you what each one was. At 0.34, I think last year is the high that we hit. So it's 34 cents. Fucking is fire. Yeah, CoreWeave. I don't think CoreWeave's gonna stop until it hits 118. That's the only point that I see here of major resistance 118. It just flipped over that. I'm not even looking at the contract right now. Yeah, I'm up 73%. So
Holy shit, 40% on Elf.
yeah, man.
The only problem is selling. I know you don't do as much of the fundamental stuff, but like the only guy I watch for fundamentalists, like he's been preaching Elf since I began trading, and it just like,
Really?
and if you look at like the financial side of it, everything lines up to be a long time runner.
Well, let me tell you so here's the whole plan, right? I'd like to take a large portion of that investment because this is, like I said, one of the largest investments, or maybe even a fraction of it because it'll pay for itself. But I'd like to take a position off around the 122 area. Ultimately, right? I believe that Elf will. I'm not saying if. I'm not saying not. I believe it will go to 208. I don't see any reason why it shouldn't. It does and has done that, seeking out that empty space. And so I'm under the impression that with Elf equity, yeah, we could be looking at, something more. And this is, I mean, you look at it, what the potential just even here. Look at this. One. This might be the widest fucking range I've ever seen in my life, but 1 2 1 2. So theoretically, right, we're going for what could be that breakout, which is pretty cool.
I just got an alert on Affirm.
Okay. You sure did.
Holy shit, Potter. Holy shit, bro.
What?
I'm sorry. I don't know.
No, get it. It's okay.
Last week, I forgot. Last week, I liked the way it looked. I bought a few $70 calls on Elf for 50 cents.
No way.
I just went to my other account and I just sold them for $1.34. Almost 150%.
Now you know what I mean, dude. I forget about fucking positions that I have. Sometimes I just I hide them for myself. Sometimes I'll shrink the window down so I can't see them. But no, I'll like trim stuff off and then kind of forgot. I forgot I had a hood. I had hood calls for July, and that shit popped up. It was nice. But yeah, dude, that's fucking. I don't ever trade Elf contracts unless it's earnings. Chad does though. Chad like them boys. Ooh, I just got my ping on Snow, guys. Snow's getting that look in its eye. Love that wick right there. That's one of those kind of like death wicks right there. I already have
Hey.
positions on this one, so what's up?
Meta's looking kind of good too.
You just wake me up when September ends, dude.
Okay.
How come you never anoint me in oil, dude?
Hey, yo. I didn't know you wanted that.
Yeah,
Of
I
course
did.
he wants that.
Who was talking about a firm? It went off for me too.
Yeah, over the overhead wick on that at 7220, there is a 7584 and then a pocket of empty space to 7982, first green candle 81 to 85. So I do see the potential there. Just got a couple more things that needs to break. Yeah, that's 7930. What DTE do you go for? That depends on the actual setup. That's the setup itself. So like something like Netflix, I would take 83s for this week, but I would take, I try to take 85s for next. Snow looks, oh, all right. Blue Skidoo, hey, you can too. Here's the mail, it never fails. Makes me wanna... Oh, this song is so good. I don't know if you guys, I know some of you guys can't hear my music, but he's so
Here,
good.
look at Meta. I'm telling you. Trust me.
I full ported into that because of you, dude. Hold on, let me see. I'm not even looking at it.
it.
I full ported Peyton's account. Let's take a look. Things are not going well. No, just kidding. We better rip harder. 608. You said core weave? Oh, dude, I'm already up 100% on that. Yeah, I have snow contracts, and I'm looking at it right now to go break that overhead right now. That looks that's a really nice wick. This looks like SpaceX is up fucking 12% or some shit. Not bad. A firm ripping pretty hard here. Wait, June 17th. Okay, yeah. $608.50, and then I mean, if this thing can fucking get moving, it's got all the way up to 620. All right, CRWV is slapping hard. Good job taking that last week, Neil. That was a pretty bitchin' startup.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah,
I learned it from you.
No way.
Yeah, dude. You
There goes my headphones. I thought you meant the Blues Clues song, male song for a second. Yeah, that's what I was talking about.
I just took Meta's 625s today, just now, over the hourly. I'm up like 50%.
Reno Pano. Yep, I quit 420 is making me lose. Last bit of change is gone. Sometimes you have to do that, man. I have.
Gotta level up.
Sometimes, man. You gotta sacrifice.
Get your tolerance up.
Huh. Yeah, today is Fed minutes, isn't it? No, that's tomorrow. That's tomorrow, Juan. Yeah, and honestly, that could be another deciding factor. What would the target be for CRV just or CRWV just hit a target? But ultimately 118 is what I'm expecting first. Ultimately, I think today with this sort of momentum, or even into tomorrow, 120. Yeah, wait. Yeah, Thursday, Friday we don't have the market, so or the market's not open. I think Meta could use a little retest, but I think it's actually holding that floor really nicely. This is considered to be, empty here on the 1 minute. I bet you could get freaky down here on the 30-second. Watch this. Oh my god, dude. I love when this shit happens. I could get to show you guys this shit in hyper speed. See this pocket right here? That right there is going to want to get filled. And it'll be this box that allows it to happen. It's on a hunt right now for volume. Getting volume. Now, I don't really see anything other than the imbalance, which it just hit just now. And then this right here. I own shares at $53. Let's go. Good job, Daddy. Yeah, Thursday is also triple witching. So, I mean, it's just keep your wits about you. Okay. Hunt candle close. So we'll look right there at 601. Faster you fall, the better, right? As long as you can find a floor here. That's kind of what I was looking for right there. And that's a gap right here, by the way, at 602. That'll get filled as well. Yeah, I'm not trading Apple. Good bounce. Good fill. So now that green candle needs to be closed up above. When it does, we'll hit this wick and try and go for the floor. Watch CoreWeave. See what I mean? Now we want to see price hold. It might retest 602 if it doesn't have enough to get the floor, but if it can reclaim that floor and we can shoot through this box, we're going to go and see that 605 again. Here's the box. There it is. Do you see how it reacted? Everything that I teach you guys, especially if you're, those of you who are new, everything I teach you is happening on the lower time frame, just the same it is as the higher time frame. I'm only doing this right now so that I can navigate, right, how we're responding to certain overhead resistances. You said Hims is going for it. My hands are full right now, but I'll take a look at it. Yeah, it sure is. Yeah, that looks good as well. CoreWeave new high 117 here. Not bad. Shout out to Neil, or to, well, whoever asked for it this morning, but
Neil was in it, and Golfman called it out this morning.
very good. Look at you guys.
Thanks for the signal.
I know this. It was it's cool to see the games page, man. I'm telling you, it made my vacation. Open the games page, I was like, damn. Netflix, I'm so glad that I fucking
I told you.
You know what though? It hit cost basis and died, so good on it, mate. All right, when things start getting too choppy, right? If this starts chopping up a little bit more, no, more than likely it'll come right back down and it'll touch that box again, but I'll zoom back out, right? Because there's no need to get more information where it's not needed. I know where we need to go. Everybody on TikTok would do me a favor. In the right-hand corner bottom of your screen, there's a little arrow. If you'll hit that and hit repost. I want to see what happens if like everybody did it all at once. Do a spearmint. Come on, Meta. Yeah, girl. Shouty. Yeah. Hold the floor. And then you get some more. What a bounce, by the way. If anybody caught that bounce on Metalicious, very good. Remember, this is the 30-second. So you just punch through that tiny ass box, but weren't able to close outside of it, which is required. New highs on CoreWeave. Said couldn't report. Okay, I hit report. All right, high stakes. Let's get this guy at it. There you are. You know what? No, I'm just kidding. That's all right, Lauren.
Picking on me this morning.
What? No. Oh shit. Not high stakes, dude. Can't believe it. All right, so no candle close over cost basis actually on Meta. Interesting. I'm having fun. Good retest of the small gap he left behind. Come on, baby. I wonder if they're going to bring it down again.
I'm not gonna lie, Elf looks like it's gonna explode, dude.
I mean, don't you want to be beautiful?
I mean, yeah,
Okay. Then there should be no questions.
just for you, bro.
Just for me. You have to get through my wife. Maybe it's Maybelline. Maybe that shit caused people's hair to fall out for a couple of... Do you guys remember that? When Maybelline's fucking shampoo made people's hair fucking fall out? Or was it their shampoo? I can't remember what it was. Like hair dye or something like that.
Their poster child was Britney Spears.
Oh my god, dude.
CoreWeave almost to your target.
Yes, sir. Yeah, I'm holding for it. Is this a good entry point for Elf? I have been talking about Elf for, I feel like yeah, no. I mean, I can't say yes, dude. I can't. I'm sorry. For me, everything is reliant on breaking structure or bouncing off of something, and you're mid-rip. And I don't expect this thing to like, I mean, like you could, I guess, right? But it's just, it could be a rockier ride for you if we hit this, come down, build, retest. I'm in it for the long haul. So, I think at the end of the day, you'd be all right. You just might be uncomfortable at some point, which is, again, why I like to position myself on mechanical levels. So, like above 70 would be great. Yeah, but watch that for that reversal on IWM Joker. SpaceX overtakes Microsoft to become the 4th biggest company by market value. Did anybody else feel that felt so wrong?
Where's that show at?
It was like, I don't know. It's like my uncle asking me if he can help me fix my pocket. You know, just uncomfortable question. IWM I'm sorry. That one didn't. Yeah, but what I was gonna say is you're getting a retest of I might speculate on a little shorter Reno here. Hold on. With Peyton's account, by the way, because Peyton is being mean. So guess what? Speculative shorts. Yeah, Phil's 292. I'll speculate. Stop out high of day. Oh, no, not 900 contracts. All right, the deed is done. What's your plan for Elf? Take it all the fucking way. Hot dog that bad boy. Rip! Take it to the 90s. I want to get it through this empty space. I want to get it up to and through 122 where you can reduce risk. And then ultimately there's a target of 210 way up yonder. And then at that point, if we hit 210, I'm buying makeup for the ladies in the chat, I guess. Do a makeup giveaway. The amount of people that said he's back. My comments. That's too funny. They box? Oh, yeah. You said wife's not going to be very happy about that one? About me shorting IWM? Probably not. Watch out, Meta might want to come back down. Anybody ever have like their chest muscle twitch? Like sometimes I'll just get like a random twitch in my chest muscle and like make me think it's my heart. I'm like, oh shit. Is it my time? Yeah, dude, it feels like a heart. Or you get like a pinch. It's like when your muscle gets pinched between your ribs, or whatever the fuck it's called. I'll be like, oh, that's it.
I'll say that as you get older, all those little quirks come alive.
Oh shit. No. At some point, you're like, okay, that was, that is time to go. Get up there. Get up on there. What do you think about doing a class on Thursday?
Let's get it in.
I'm down.
We need a good yap session.
Yeah, I think we do. You know, I thought I was so fucking artsy buying these fucking little stupid ass pens with the cool handwriting tips. No, that shit don't fucking. You know, it only looks good when I'm signing my signature. I don't know why, but I thought he said Vietnam. I thought he said, Potter, can you talk about Vietnam? It was cold. It was wet. It looks great, dude. That looks awesome. Good expiration, great targets, great candle right now. Where can we set a stop loss, right? I see 120.90, which, but yeah, you got 5 minutes left for this to close. If this can hold a strong close here, I think it looks good. Yeah, well, listen, oftentimes before a breakout, folks, you are going to whip down and then pop up. It's extra juice, you know. But let's see if we can get there. You said July 2nd? Yeah, I should have another week, but come on, Meta. Oh. Come on, IWM. Up and down. Anybody here on chess.com in the Discord?
I'm low-key ass, but yeah.
I like to play.
You can add me on there. It's
Drop it in the chat.
trying to find pot. It's just Potter stocks. So
Problem is whenever I go on like these chess benders, that's all I'll do for like 4 hours a day.
I've done a few chess benders
It
myself.
takes me a ball out in about 4 games to warm up pretty good, so that I'm playing pretty well.
I just started. I've been playing chess for a long time, but I have not played in a long time. All right, Meta, you stupid piece of shit. This is likely coming back down to retest right now. We punched back through this box, popped up. This is not a catalyst, right? Overhead highs cannot be catalyst. You just have to have enough volume to pop over them. You're dumping really quickly, which I think obviously will lead to a reversal later on, but just for short-term stuff, watch for that 601.19, and more importantly, that's 599.44. If you can't tolerate it, re-enter it. I like good chess. I knew somebody was going to make that joke. I love chess. I do too. Got him. Chef, do you think Clove is ready for the weekly run-up? Starting to get in that position, yes. You are building above the previous highs, so this is a great start. Yeah, lower time frame is going to be your friend here. You got a clean, crisp channel that you're operating in right now. Look how clean and crispy that is. So you should be finding out here relatively soon at 513.
Potter.
Yeah.
I had a question for Walmart. I got 126s.
Yeah.
For oh my god, what's the week after June 2nd? Hold up.
You just joined the free Discord? Yeah, if you guys want, you're more than welcome to go back in there, so. Nice.
Oh, I got June 10th.
Now I'm getting friend request on chess.com. I'm gonna go ahead and decline this one.
Oh,
I'm just kidding. I'm
okay,
just
hold
joking.
on.
I'm just joking. I'm just joking. Dude, 549.
Apple's trying here. Got to get over that little.
Good job on Walmart, guys. Got to grab them cojones and get on the ponies. Nice. Yes, there is a paid Discord. My website is Potterstocks Trading, and the most important thing I have to offer is the Potterbox strategy. If you have any questions, you can ask the people that are inside of the Discord if they think it was worth it. And I'm sure they'll answer you.
Google looking decent.
Right, Meta's last chance is going to be lying within this area of consolidation. If you've gotten out and you're looking to re-enter, we're going to look for a pop outside of 599.38. Otherwise, this thing might be cooked.
Just got an alert on Netflix, dropped below $79.
Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. What the fuck? Gap fill at 78.50. But you know what?
Advice they said to reverse you.
Reverse me. I didn't take it, so it doesn't count. But yeah, I hope he did. That being said, I'm going to maybe try to bounce it off of 78.75 because I am a lunatic.
I tried to warn you with Netflix.
Nothing bad happened.
Grab some puts.
Not to you.
To you? Why'd you enter?
No.
Oh.
Who, me? No, I got puts.
Saying other people.
All right. Damn.
Why are we yelling?
I like it. I like it. Reminds me of home.
You like it?
Reminds me of mom and dad.
He said reminds me of mom and dad.
Ugh. Yeah, IWM, get that ass down there, boy. Get down there. I need more than that, though.
I'll give you more.
Okay.
Okay.
Dude, if this works out, I'm gonna be a hero.
You already are a hero.
Shut the fuck up.
You're our hero, Papa.
My little hero way.
I was talking to my girlfriend about you. She's like, you look at him like you look at Jesus, huh? I was like, practically.
Oh my god. I'll say, yo, what, dude? Right when you said that, my cat jumped from a tall ass, the top of the cat tower to my fucking desk. Scared the shit out of me. Jesus Christ. She is. Have some respect,
Come on,
okay?
Netflix. Dump Netflix, dump.
Meta's probably gonna do the same thing, so
I'm already out.
yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of things are likely gonna reverse here, but yeah, I do. Struggling at the overhead highs. You know what though? Apple might hold on. If you can hold, no, actually, I'd say right now it's got strength. I wouldn't short that. Not with that wick down there. Yeah, it's got that empty space right in front of it, so. What's up, Nate?
I saw that, Garrett.
What?
You're not slick. I was looking at the screen.
That shit was funny.
It'd be on. It really do. It'd be on, bro.
I'm not saying this to blow y'all's head up, but I think the fabrics and colors, Indian culture, that I know there's several different kinds, but is one of the most beautiful. I think their weddings are so cool, especially the ones here in America, dude. I'm like, I just want to wear one of them fucking robes.
You will.
Party for like
when I have my wedding, bro.
Yo, if you took that IWM short, sheesh.
Fuck yeah.
That was sick.
Dude, Indian wedding.
You got party for 2 weeks before like the actual wedding though, right now?
Bro.
Not for the
Indian
bride and
weddings are
groom. They
such a
got
headache,
prepared
bro.
for so much shit, bro. It's insane how much shit like you gotta.
Well, you have to like kidnap the bride or something.
Well, you gotta like bribe her friends and family.
What wedding is that, bro?
We're gonna fucking hog tie up Neil, bro. When we fucking
My
grab him.
God.
No, guys, that's not how it goes. Okay.
That could end up it could end up being a hate crime, dude.
He says we're gonna hog tie Neil. Hey, bro, relax.
Potter,
Yeah, are you gonna ride in on a horse or you gonna ride in a Corvette?
All right, if anybody wants to, you don't have to, but I'm gonna play around with a Netflix bounce right here. Just you know what? I'm gonna keep this to myself. Oh, that's a donkey. Yo, that's actually.
I thought you were gonna say carpet.
Matt. That was crazy, bro. That was good. That was good, though. That was good. That was good. You gotta give that. All right, just bounce Netflix. Just bounce Netflix to see what it do. I might have bounced it too soon. I'm gonna keep this.
What happened to Netflix?
It smells so good in here. Why? Just a scent just released into my office. She's cutting up fruit in the kitchen or something.
Well, most of the time or what?
Oh, I'm about to get, dude. Father's Day though. We're going to this. It's a bread and.
Oh, dude, you're gonna show me food right now, Potter? I just got up from my nap, bro.
A bread and breakfast.
Hell yeah.
It's yeah, with my father-in-law. We're gonna go to a bed and breakfast together. That's our plan. There we go. New lows on Netflix. Hold on, I'll show you in a second. Or not Netflix, IWM.
Yeah, where are we? What's your first target on IWM?
Death. 145% here on IWM. I'm gonna go ahead and trim a little bit. Look at that, Peyton. I just full ported fucking Peyton's account into those. Yeah, my target is the gap at 293. What? What? I full ported your account into a winning position. Don't bust in here. Look at this shit. I'm like going Super Saiyan right now.
She
But
needs more
money.
shopping money, bro.
Huh? Who did?
Needs more money to
Rogue got
shop.
your finger? Why? And she didn't like it? Ugh. Ugh. Dude, I just bounced Netflix. Oh. Hey, kids. Come say good morning to me. Good morning, buddy. Sleep good? That was good, man. Woke up at like 5:30 though in the morning for no reason. Ayo, your father is shorting the U.S. economy. I know you don't know what that means right now, but you will one day.
Hey, look at Alf, Papa.
No. Peyton, dude, Elf. Women be shopping. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, it is because of women shopping that this is going up. So this is a symbiotic relationship. You shop, I win. And then I win, you shop. Yeah, the cycle. Never mind. It's not symbiotic.
Rocket Lab looks like he's gonna die.
Dude, Walmart's fucking ripping. Good job on Walmart, guys, if you saddled up and fucking grabbed that shit. Empty space. That was a good short on IWM, man. It was fun. That's the first IWM trade I've taken a couple weeks. A week. CRWV, see how you doing. Nice little pullback on that one. Meta just fucking, yeah, good. If you got out of that one, good on you, mate. Meta is at this is a higher time frame potential punch down. If it punches through that 15-minute box that's directly underneath it, it's tapping the top of it now. But if it punches through that, that can be taken as a downside signal potentially. So, Zen? Yeah. Upper decky. Swoop. How can I invest in Zen, dude?
Speaking of Zens, where's Neil at?
He's here. He's lurking.
Yeah, we were just talking about his wedding.
Hey, where's that knee high?
Got that downside on IWM with you, Potter. I needed that. Yeah, that was a nice, gentle trade. I'm still holding, though. I think this thing, it filled the gap, but it's not responding to the gap. So I'm going to see. God, this album is so fucking good, dude. This record on vinyl, dude. Oh, my God. It's so good. Yeah. They're having a specialty steak dinner on Friday and Saturday. And we got reservations, but they've got like all sorts of different bourbons and it's like man meals, or I guess. But I'm kind of excited about it.
Some tomahawks for breakfast or what?
Yeah, it's I think it's at 6:45. I'll probably take pictures and send them. So it's gonna be a good dinner. Yeah, I'm excited.
Elf is just ripping.
Wealth, my son, wealth.
Oh, elf. I meant elf.
No, wealth. I was saying wealth.
Oh,
Saying that's what through Elf. I am acquiring wealth.
okay.
There's the new hook for my video right there. God, hit the fuck out of them drums. I know my house in Cali better have a good sized office, dude, because it's gonna partner as a band room. I'm starting a band, dude. I'm gonna start a band when I go to California. I'm gonna get Junior in there on the maracas. Get Neil on those little triangles. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, Papa.
We'll get Junior on the fucking glockenspiel. Hell yeah.
I'll be on the saxophone, bro.
Oh shit. You're a sexy sax man? 230% on IWM. Oh, wee wee. Just trimming contracts off. Let's go. Let Zen sponsor you? I would accept that sponsor. I would let Zen I would yes. I would let them sponsor me. Who did I just sell that contract to? I love IWM too, bro. It's just, I mean, it's so good. It's so good.
Dude, I remember when you didn't like it.
When was that?
Like a year and a half ago.
Like for a short period of time or just period?
Like it wasn't that you didn't like it, you just never took it.
No, yeah, I didn't.
Yeah, we never looked at it. I felt. Like.
I don't even know why we did, if I'm being honest with you.
I feel like it was just like
or somebody brought it up one day. It hit, and
I feel like it's just a quiet kid in the corner.
Yeah, yeah. And then we're friends with him.
Right, we're like, dude, this guy's chill. Like he just needs to talk, and like now we're all cool with him.
Yeah, that's cool. So nasty with this shit, boy. Sorry, I love IWM so much. Gas my head up. Give me it. Give me the gap. Give me the gabagoo. $268%. $8 contracts to $30. Wee. Geez, Scoob. I didn't know we were gonna get so rich.
That actually sounded pretty good.
Raggy. I'm partial to Scooby-Doo voices. Ruh-roh. Oh my god. 350, baby. Sheesh. Last trim and then take it to the Gap, baby. Not bad, guys. Not bad. I thought you started watching Scooby-Doo right now. God damn. Just a casual 380%. You know, no big deal.
Typical Tuesday morning. Shit, dude.
Yeah.
I'm fucking sleepy and I missed it.
I'm about to short the fuck out of meta, dude. Yeah, I was gonna say. It's like I took it up, dude. I'll take it down. Yo, am I playing a chess match with somebody? I heard a chess piece just move on my phone. 400% on IWM. You can speculate on a bounce here at 293.28, but other than that, we'll see if we can get this gap. But great trade, fucking amazing. If you guys were able to take that rejection trade with us up at the top. Oh, I guess I did signal it, didn't I? No, I guess I got to start the Discord over.
Yo, Potter, you mind taking a look at Walmart?
Sure, yeah, what's happening? Holy shit, I'm in Walmart with you guys, so yeah, everything is good. Right now I'm looking at the 124 target, as well as the 126, but this is exactly what we wanted to see. So yeah, I have no notes other than if you're in, good. We're above everything we need to be above. 122.40, just need to maintain those levels and we should be good to go. When did I buy the contract that I'm up 400% on? I bought it at 10:30 exactly. 10:30. Wait. No, sorry, that was a sell. I bought that at 10:03 exactly. $10.03. So if you go to the
doesn't beat my 1,000% yesterday.
All right, you know what, buddy?
Hey, go Potter. Look at the SPX 30-second chart. The end of day yesterday. It was literally 90 seconds, 1,000%.
The last very second of the day, that pop through the empty space, right there.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Literally 3:58:30 is when I bought it. And just let it close.
Damn. That's fucking fire. Dude, IWM, if you guys want to speculatively bounce it, you can. I'm going to do that lightly. All right, final trim. This is it. If I can get my fucking... I don't know how you guys do this shit on your phone.
Doing it right now on my phone and working.
I have $1 to my name, bro, and no job. Any $1 possible swings? You got to get your shit together, man. You cannot rely on the stock market to save you until you have some footing, feet. And no, I don't think that. I mean, I'm sure if you scraped around, yes, but then, you know, if that doesn't work out, what happens next? Or if it does work out, what happens after that? You know, you still don't have a strategy, you still don't have a setup. So no, there's not going to be a, but just, dude, I mean, again, I don't know what your life's like. I don't know who you are. I don't know what you got going on, but you know, there's got to be something. Again, I don't know where you are. Depending on where you are, I could give you job ideas. One of the easiest jobs, let me tell you this right now, not easiest, but probably easiest to just make cash off of. And dude, I swear to God, if anybody wanted to do this, I would teach you how to do it. But like, clean windows. Go get a mop and a squeegee and a bucket and rags. Yes, what's up?
Baidu looks good for the downside to the gap fill on the weekly chart.
To the Baidu. Sorry, did anybody just bounce IWM with me? I'm still holding on to a few downside runners, but I'm already up 45% on that bounce. Yeah, that was pretty good. I make 27 an hour detailing cars. Do you own that business, Scrub? Are you? Because I'm gonna tell you what, dude. I made a bag detailing cars because I told people in advance. It's gonna take me 3 hours to detail your car, and dude, I would go and watch before, like, and this is probably too much, but like that way I could justify charging $200 or $300, which is fucking child's play because now here it's like, I think luxury car cleaning is like $500, $600 to get it, like, you know, sometimes even more. All right.
Go on the weekly.
I just paid $400 for interior clean a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, there you go, dude. Good. And that's it. That's not a difficult skill. You just need to be thorough, you know. The what?
Oh, Potter, go on the weekly for Baidu.
Okay. Hold on one second. I can see them in my mind. The dog man. They were above in the garage where we keep the spare cutlery and stuff. Right next to the chocolate melter and the Chinese steam basket thingy. Damn. Why'd I be remembering shit like that, but I can't fucking remember where I put my keys? Ah, I see what you're saying. Okay. Yeah, you know what? Trying to challenge me to a game right now while I'm fucking, right? I'll multitask. Yes, it could if we could get a breakdown. I mean that could be a really good opportunity. You know, straight to the floor, and then through and down through the gap. Yeah.
Okay.
You know how I feel about the Chinese stocks, so.
Yeah.
I did see USAR. It looked good. It looked good. It looked good. You're not gonna bait me into that.
Nice little 170% on these Netflix puts.
If anybody got those calls on oh, nice job, dude. Holy shit. If you got IWM, it's trying to reclaim that floor a little. Just tap that first green candle to its left. If you can get above 294.40, we can see continuation to the upside and staying in range. If it does not, I still have some cheap ass runners that I'm probably gonna get rid of here above that. But it might still keep going down. So gap is filled though. Yeah, the gap is filled. So technically this play is over, but yeah, fucking 80% already to the upside. I think Meta is, I mean, that looks like 580. I mean, it's holding cost basis right now, though. So just keep that in mind. La music. La music. La musica. I'll find it for you. Yeah. We're supposed to have a torrential downpour today. Oh. Flooding. Yeah, why don't we should have a fucking, I gotta get one of them flat bottom bass boats. No way I just did that on IWM. That's fucking fire. I'm gonna hold that and see if I can get above there. All right, it is 10:40, so YouTube and TikTok, we're gonna go ahead and I'll stay in the Discord for a little bit while we finish this IWM trade. Am I in a meta put? Not yet. I'm watching. But I will take that one if it punches down all the way. USAR, yeah, that one looks good. That one has that gap up above. Core weave, yeah.
Recovery. Very nice recovery.
Yeah, very nice. Yeah, dude, that's beautiful, actually. That's perfect.
Right off a 15-minute CB for me.
Yo, IWM.
Yo, Mijo, Neil.
What's up, bro?
When you gonna send those ins?
Oh, shit. This week. I got you.
All right, brother. Appreciate it.
I did forget. That's my bad, boy.
Look, man, I was in there, dude. Basically.
I got you this week for sure. I'm
appreciate it, Mija.
Either tomorrow or Thursday. I'll send them out.
Sounds good, Papa.
What Zins are you guys getting? Are you guys getting regular Zins or like Velos or
Exotics. Got that exotic pack.
One of a kind.
Yeah.
I'm like, when we're off
they got
live, I
curry
got
in 'em.
some sauce. If you guys, I think I got a website that you guys can order shit from.
Oh no shit.
Yeah, my boys, they ordered like 50 milligrams and like 40 milligrams and all that other shit. They're from Europe.
I like to put that in a room
They
if you want, I bet.
40 milligrams?
Bro, you put that shit in and it's like fucking just fire on your mouth, bro. Like you're just dying.
Oh, I love that. Dude, listen, there might be something wrong with me because like when I was a kid, I was probably like 8 or 9. I used to take big red gum, the cinnamon gum, and I would fucking put it in between my gums and my lip, and it would burn the shit out of me. But I don't know, maybe that was like my first, you know,
That was your first vice right there.
yeah, that was my first vice, dude. But it was like I knew I wanted something in between. Tucked up in there, shit. I do 12 milligrams. Sim Sam, did you play that with me? Let's go. Sorry, what?
I play the 11s, bro. I went down to the 6s, but fuck, when I went down to the 6s, I had to put like 3 of those in my mouth, bro.
The 6s? Oh, yeah, when you drop down? Yeah. Yeah, but the other day, dude, I tried to go, like, push myself to, like, midday. Dude, I was a grumpy fuck. I'm not gonna lie. I was like, whenever I decide to quit these, dude, I'm gonna go rent a fucking cabin with, like, punching bags in it. Yeah, just isolate myself for a week. Gonna be a dick. It's like, sorry, kids. Dad's gotta.
But for real though, man, that shit hella helps me, dude. That shit calms me the fuck down.
Yeah, it helps. Although I will say, one of my first things in the morning is like I'll put that in my mouth, and that represses hunger. So it's like I'll fucking.
Dude, I won't eat till fucking I get home sometimes, bro.
I don't. Yeah, I don't. I haven't eaten anything today.
Dude, I fasted till fucking like 4 o'clock yesterday, from when I got up in the morning at midnight.
Damn.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Core Weave New Highs.
You know, it's being a supplement for food is kind of how I started. I'm off nicotine now. I just smoke weed, but when I first started, I was a wrestler and I was I was eating like a granola bar a day and like a fourth of a water bottle. So I would be smoking nicotine like on Nick Sticks all day, and it helps so much because I literally only eat a granola bar a day. That's all I would get. And stems the white part of the lettuce for water. That's all you got all day.
Oh my god, dude! What the fuck? What's this for?
For wrestling?
High school wrestling. I was good. So like I was the best in my class and everything like that. So like I was state material. So I had to do what is proper, and what's proper is starving yourself and like what it truly looks like. You get a granola bar. You get a fourth of a bottle of water a day. You get to suck on the white part of lettuce for water, and then you have to put on a sauna suit, a garbage bag, 2 sweatshirts, 2 pairs of sweats, and go run every single day. And like that shit, bro, it's not for the weak. When you got no food in you, it's not for the weak.
But you were probably shredded though, bro.
Yeah, you get shredded doing this shit.
Lower than 4% body fat.
Oh, dude, yeah, you're shredded for sure.
I was
Dude,
lean. I mean, dude, I had an 8-pack.
Dude, you would last maybe 24 hours with no food though. You're fucking fat, no fat reserves at all. But dude, you could have fucking chopped through a fucking 2x4 for sure, pretty easy.
Yeah, my mom looking back, she told me, she said, dude, I wish I'd never let like the coaches do that to you. Like you could see, like it looked like I was dying. My cheeks were sucked in. Like you could see like my cheekbones. You could see like all my rib cage. Like it was not healthy. I looked like I was dying.
That's unhealthy, dude. Jesus Christ. Sounds like they were trying to. You sure your coach didn't fucking wasn't trying to kill you?
No, it's just how crazy this shit gets. Like I was 125 pounds my junior year, or my sophomore year. I was 125, and I had to cut down to 113. And I was already, so at 125 pounds, I was already like 7% body fat, already like 8% body fat. So I was cutting nothing. I was just cutting my muscle, and I was cutting any water I had left. And like it sucked. I would never recommend that to anybody. Don't do that shit. I have trauma like eating too. Like I have like eating disorders now too, which fucking sucks. But Nothing I can do about it.
Yeah, that Adderall gave me a fucking eating disorder. Like when people would comment how skinny I looked, I was literally trying to figure out how to I was force feeding myself because like I took Adderall, um, and like at first it was like cool, because like drinking beer and stuff like that, you get a tiny little gut. But it was like within a month, dude, I was like, holy shit, I can see my abs. This is cool. And then fucking a month later, I was like, oh shit, I can see my fucking ribs. This is not cool. Like so, uh, I had to stop that, dude. CoreWeave is ripping ass. No close on IWM over that 294, so I'm still hanging on to those put runners, but we might get chopped up in a range here. We'll see. But yeah, that shit was really oh fuck, damn, sorry, folk. I forgot to finish playing. Well, I was just playing a chess match, and I forgot. I did like 2 moves, and then he won. I'm 5'9", weigh 110, trying to gain weight, but it's hard since my metabolism is super strong. Dude, I'm the same way. I'm 34 years old, bro, and most of my peers, got a safety protective covering over them. Uh, and yeah, I struggle to put on meaningful weight. If I work out though, because I've been working out lately, I have a really good muscle memory because like my body springs back pretty well. So
Yo, the veins popping out again.
a little bit. Where?
Were you work out, Potter, back in the day?
Yeah.
Potter, do you see those pictures of Potter fool from the Discord when he was all swole?
Dude,
No, I haven't. Send it live trading. Let's see this guy. I want to see this guy ripped up.
The fact that you guys have this fucking picture is.
Nah, it's the ones, the AI ones, bro. I'm fucking around. It's all the AI ones. Yeah, I'm just messing around, bro. Bro, all you gotta do is just fucking protein, dude. Eat more protein. What are you trying to? What are you 6? You're 6'2", right, Potter?
Yeah, I'm 6'2".
So
Hey, baby.
What is it? Like, what's your average weight? Like 180?
Done cleaning?
Take some steroids, man.
Bro, protein, creatine, workout, repeat every day. Drink water, and you'll gain weight.
You'll fucking and if you weigh your food, I don't know if you were doing that when you were wrestling, dude. If you weigh your food for 3 months, and you'll see the difference, even if you only work out like 3 days out of the week.
If anybody you want to lose weight, just cut out the fast food. I promise you. You cut out fast food, you'll lose 10 pounds.
Just drink more water. Literally, just drink more water.
That and soda, bro. Don't drink soda.
Right. Change from soda to water and cut out all fast food, and you'll lose 10 to 20 pounds. If you use those regularly, you'll lose 10 to 20 pounds without doing a lick. It's the best way to start losing weight is just to get your diet right.
Just drink a gallon of water a day.
Yeah. What I do is I only keep water in my house, so I only drink water. That's the best for me.
That's all I drink. That and fucking bubbly, that's sparkling water. That's it.
I'm one of those guys that'll go to the fridge and like whatever's in the fridge I'll drink or eat, So like I just got to keep good shit in the fridge and I'll eat it no matter what.
Hell yeah.
Are you the one that was talking about wrestling?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I wrestled. It sounds like you were under the new hydration rules. I wrestled back in early 2000s, and it was even worse back then. I mean, I used to eat ice cubes for dinner. I ate tilapia for an entire year one time, and that was all I ate in a day. It was fucking ridiculous.
You get it, bro. It's brutal shit. Yeah, back in the day it was worse. I had it easy compared to some of the guys. That's why I never bitched, bro. It's because like what I did was nothing compared to what the vets did. Like the vets, they pulled the hard shit. Like I didn't do nothing.
Yeah, we used to our conditioning. We used to take a 45-pound weight and do a lap with the 45-pound weight, and we would turn it like a steering wheel in our hand. And then you would now I'm in Georgia, so it's hot as fuck. So then you would set it down and you would run a lap. And by the time you made it back to the weight, it's a metal weight sitting on turf. It's fucking 130, 140 degrees. Then you would do it again. And yeah, we had it pretty bad back then. I wrestled before the weight changes. So you were talking about 113. When I was wrestling, it was 103, 112. So I had the original weight classes. So it was definitely a different ball game then.
Yeah, I got stories. My coach that was like my mentor, he has some crazy stories of like shit that he did. So like when I was going through my shit, I was just like, bro, like what I'm doing right now is nothing. Cause like our coach told us stories. I was like, God damn, that sounds like hell on earth. Like bring you to tears type cry, like blood, sweat, and tears on the mat
Oh yeah.
type shit. It's just
Oh
like,
yeah.
oh
I've
my god.
cried plenty of times in practice, man. Our wrestling room used to be about 150 degrees. And
Oh yeah.
you know how big a wrestling circle is. We used to when we did grind matches, we would have to wrestle until the whole circle was full of sweat. Couldn't stop until and then you'd go to a second practice typically. So I'd do a 3-hour high school practice, and then go about an hour driving to another practice, and then finish the night out at another practice.
Yeah, you were hardcore then. I didn't get to the camps and stuff like that because I had like other sports going on. But fuck, dude, that's why I stopped doing it. Is because like it was just too much. Like it's not gonna lead me anywhere in my life. Like it's cool to do, but it's just too much on your body. And like I got other shit going on, my businesses and like trading. Like I couldn't pursue that. Like I just couldn't. I could have got a scholarship, but I told them no. I don't want to do it.
Yeah, my joints are all messed up from it now. I mean, I was good at it. I placed in state every year. My last year, I destroyed my shoulder, and so I couldn't continue. Yeah, I was good, but I regret every second. My kids won't do it. I can tell you that. My kids will do jiu-jitsu and things like that to understand body mechanics and things of that nature, but they won't do any kind of forced wrestling. I didn't have a choice in my household. You either wrestled or,
Yeah.
It was hell.
Same here. I'm like, I didn't have a choice either. It was wrestled or you get to sit on the couch and do nothing. You don't get your phone, you don't get nothing. You do what you're told or you get nothing. But I was also given everything that I wanted. So like as long as I did what I was told and I was a good kid, I got what I wanted. So I had the strict Southern parents, you know?
Yeah. I was one of 9, and so I had 3 brothers, 4 boys total, and if you weren't good at wrestling, you didn't get anything.
Dang. Yeah, you got the hardcore parents.
Yeah, they didn't screw around, man. My one brother, he actually went on to be special forces, so he ended up good. But back then he was terrible, and we would all be eating steaks and things like that because we would all place or typically get first, and that joker would get bologna sandwiches and things like that. It was terrible.
Did that with me and my stepbrother, but they just hated my guts, so there was no like turning this. Doing better. I remember my stepdad one time he took me to the grocery store with him because my mom and brother and sister were elsewhere. And he was like, this year, if you do really good, he was like, I'll buy you this boom box and we'll get you a game system. And like, this is foreign shit to me at this point. I'm like, really? Like, oh shit. So I pulled my shit together. He said A's and B's. So I got A's and B's that semester. And I had one grade that was 1 point off from a B. So it was a C+. Yeah, he didn't give me shit. I was like, oh my fucking God. Like, oh my God. I get it, but all right, IWM new low here, by the way, if you're holding any of those runners, which I'm up, they got burnt a little bit by Theta, so I'm only up 380% right now, but that was a good bounce, almost 100%.
Like, I jumped out of those. Those were nice, though. That block
yeah.
was beautiful, man.
Yeah, I don't know, if anybody's not holding this, so don't feel bad. I'm just had 2 or 3 contracts left. I wanted to see what they would do. I was going to get out of them if they popped over literally the high. Might try again. It did fall pretty quickly, so. I'm actually done for the day, I think. That was a pretty good trade. Until later this afternoon. What are my thoughts on PayPal? Oh, sorry. The old cost basis that you punched down through has been retested but not reclaimed, so you don't have any floor yet. That is what needs to be reclaimed, 4350. At that point, you know, again, continuation is going to rely on your ability to break over the old. So like start with cost basis, but more importantly, 4450. That's abuse. Yeah, dude, a lot of the shit that, I mean, that fucking young athletes had to endure. I mean, I did wrestling for 2 years.
Right now.
Yeah, that are
I
enduring.
think it's important. Yeah, I'm like, I think it's important to not forget about the kids that are right now. Like, it gives me chills talking about it because it'll make me emotional. Like how much I was beat up. Like the kids that are dealing with it right now, it's worse than me because like these parents are teaching their kids to be like superhumans. So like these
Yeah.
poor kids are just going through it.
A lot of people look at their kids like paychecks. If I can get my kid to be like this, I mean, unfortunately, I had a close family member who, his dad wanted him to go pro because he was taller than he was fast, he was, you know, a strong kid, and he did well in high school, um, and then went to a small college and stuff like that. But like, that's just not what he just didn't want to do it. At the end of the day, and you know, it was like a huge rift, you know, between him and his dad, because it was like his dad is vicariously trying to live through him, you know. And it's like when he's 7 years old, you know, you ask him, do you want to play football? And he says yes, and you hold him to that like as if he's a grown man. So 10 years later he's 17 and you're still like, you said you wanted to do this. It's like that kind of stuff. It's like driving your kids to be in sports or to be in things to keep them active, to have friends, to build discipline. Those things are all beneficial, but there are extreme levels to it. I mean, even when I went to like the football scene in Texas, I know some of you guys are probably well aware, is nothing like anything I've ever seen in the world. And I've lived and gone to many different high schools around the country, you know, well, 7 different high schools, but in different states. So, you know, I got a feel for Georgia. You know, New York football players are like midgets, no offense, but like that I felt like I was playing with tiny kids. It was pause. But that being said, Texas was like I forget what, Oklahoma drills. Dude, I did Oklahoma drills one time until my fucking nose and mouth were bleeding. Like I have a scar right here on my elbow. There was this he looked just like Troy Polamalu. He was a Tongan fellow. He was probably like 6'1", ran fast as fuck, and he was the only person at practice that wore red pants. Everybody else wore. Your landscape live is flagged for hate speech and hateful behavior. Repeating violations could get your live. What the fuck are you talking about? My. All right, well, I'm probably
playing Tiny Kids.
Yeah, whatever. So stupid. I'm gonna go ahead and end the live though. I'll see you guys a little bit. But dude, those Oklahoma drills, like like you get up, you know, fucking run full speed, but it was class. So like they had like whoever like beat the, you know, kind of smaller frame guys or like the safeties, like they would move on and like, you know, play the bigger guys or run against the bigger guys. But like those practices were intense because you had, I mean, it was a poorer area. So like there was a real chance for you being on the best, Euless Trinity was the best, highest ranking high school football team that year that I was there. And I think the following year they were ranked as well. So there was like a lot of pressure for kids to perform and do well, because that meant you could go to college because your parents probably couldn't send you to them. So yeah, it was intense. Damn, IWM still doesn't want to go. Yeah, I mean, some kids have a passion for it, and that's good, you know.
I will say, although my parents forced me to do sports, I loved more sports than others, and like sports teaches you discipline a lot, and it's helped me like even in trading. So like I can appreciate it, but like you just can't push